Hey guys, welcome back to Confessions with Cassidy. I, of course, am Cassidy, and I am so excited this week for this video. This topic is something that is dear and true to my heart because it absolutely changed my life, and that is the gym. It is such a daunting place. For me, I was terrified the first time I went. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I didn't know what to expect from it. All I knew is I was not happy with myself. I didn't like the way I looked in the mirror, and I knew I had to make a change. And no matter how much I Googled how to lose 50 pounds in 1 month, I knew that I just needed to hunker down and go to the gym and change my lifestyle and change my eating habits, and it worked. Lo and behold. And that being said, every weight is beautiful, every body is beautiful, you are amazing exactly the way you are. This is very personal to me and what I needed to happen in order for me to love myself even deeper, which I do now, and I'm so happy that I went on that journey, and I hope that this can kind of help anybody who is looking to make a change and to stay motivated in the gym. So my first point is to set goals and make a reasonable timeline. This is one of the most important things to do because it gives you this ability to actually visually track what's happening. If you start a fitness journey, you're going to the gym and say you have a goal to lose weight. The first thing that you need to do is figure out what actually makes sense, what weight you want to be, and when you want to do it. However, saying you want to lose 50 pounds in 1 month is first off extremely unhealthy and not really possible. So you have to make a reasonable timeline. Say you want to lose 50 pounds in a year. Amazing. You can then start breaking that down into month by month, how you have to change it, what your diet needs to change, and what is required of you in the gym. So for me and my journey, when I started, I was 90 kilo. Here's a picture of me. I was still myself. I was still beautiful Cassidy, but I just literally did not love myself. I was so embarrassed of the way I looked. I was so uncomfortable in my own skin, and I knew I needed to make a change. I was also drinking so much. I did not have a good diet. I had no idea where to start in the gym. I had no idea where to start with my diet. For my experience, I just thought, I just have to eat salad every day. And that is absolutely not true. For sure, eat a salad. I love a salad. But you can still enjoy other foods. It's just about moderation. This photo makes me laugh because you can literally just see how tired I was and how unhappy I was in my eyes. It's not even me in that photo. When I look at that, I just feel gray, and I feel so sorry for Cassidy then, because I know how uncomfortable I felt, and I felt like I was trapped in this prison that was my body, and I felt just so embarrassed and projected that onto other people because I just wasn't willing to put the work in. So that's why I started. It was literally this photo, and I looked back on it a day later and was like, who the fuck is that? That's not how I feel. And I wanted how I feel inside to match how I look on the outside. So I sat down, I took 3 measurements, my chest, my waist, and my hips. I weighed myself, and I wrote those numbers down. And it was the first time for a really long time that I'd actually weighed myself. By taking my measurements, knowing that I was about to start a journey, I was absolutely confronted by the fact that I was 90 kilo. I had no idea. I mean, I'm 5'3", and it's 200 pounds. I was pretty shocked. I didn't think that I was that heavy. I was just confronted with the fact that I was weighing this much, and I was so unconfident and unhappy and unhealthy, and that was just how I personally felt in my body at the time. So I knew I had to make a change. So I set the goal that I wanted to weigh 50 kilo. That doesn't make any sense. That I literally was like, okay, I'm going to be 50 kilo in 3 months. Mama, no, you ain't. And it wasn't attainable. I started my fitness journey and I was eating only salad. I went from 100 to 0. I was only doing the elliptical because I did not feel comfortable to run because there was too much moving. And I just didn't feel comfortable in the gym. I felt like everybody was looking at me. So I was just ramming it on the elliptical and eating nothing. My body was so exhausted. I did lose weight, but I immediately gained it back. It was not a sustainable lifestyle. So I had to then go back to the drawing board and be like, all right, that didn't work. Maybe we need to slow things down. I then met my fiance, Philip, who's super into fitness and wellness and health and everything. And we sat down and we started to make a plan kind of together of being okay, let's talk 2 years from now. How do you want to feel? How do you want to feel within your body? How do you want to look? How do you want to experience life? I didn't want to go on a walk with my boyfriend and I literally had to take a seat every 10 minutes. I'd be like, can we sit down? I couldn't walk around a city. I couldn't enjoy the city because I had no, I just wasn't healthy. I wasn't healthy enough to go for a walk at 22 years old with my boyfriend. And I was like, fuck, like something needs to change. So then I set the goal that I wanted to be under 70 kilo by 2019, which I met. That was it was a year. It was hard work, but slow work. I started moving more. I also enjoyed the kind of high calorie foods that I enjoy anyway, but just balanced by also, swapping out the burger for a salad every once in a while and just like being more mindful with what I was doing and putting into my body, and also of being active in the gym. Alternatively, if you're already killing it in the gym, you have a routine, you know what's going on, I would say that set these goals and create a reasonable timeline based on your personal bests. If you're doing deadlifts and you've been killing 100 kilo and your goal is to be at 105 kilo in the next 2 months, amazing. That's your new goal. And set a timeline that works for you and works with your training schedule. Also, the gym is not only about your body. Set goals that also have to do with your mind. I originally started going to the gym to lose weight. I go to the gym now to clear my mind of the bullshit of my day. There's nothing that makes me happier than going for a run, turning on some loud music, and feeling just free. And the moment that happened, my life changed. That it wasn't about, oh, I have to go to the gym because I want to lose weight. No, I want to go to the gym because I feel good after I go to the gym. My friend Catherine, she always says to me, whenever I don't want to work out, she always asks, have you ever regretted going to the gym after your workout? And the answer is always no. I always feel good. The endorphins, the feeling, the kind of high after going to the gym or after going for a run or setting a personal best, it's addictive and I always feel good after it. And it's a really good way to push me to keep going. My second point is beware of being too restrictive. I kind of mentioned this in the first point of immediately starting a fitness journey and going to the gym and being so restrictive with what I was eating, and it was not sustainable. I know myself and I can't just eat salad every day. That's just not going to be happy. I love food. I love to eat. I love to cook. I love cheese. I like French fries. Like, I know that about myself. So when I started this journey and I completely restricted myself to like lettuce, cucumbers, and tomatoes, what are you eating? You're not fueling your body. You're not doing anything good for yourself. You're just putting your body into starvation mode. And I was being so restrictive that I did lose weight and I was seeing results and I was so excited and I was fucking miserable. I had no energy. I felt like shit all the time. I had cravings out of my ears. I had cravings. I just wanted chocolate. I wanted anything. And I would be like, no, I'm just going to have a glass of water. I'm going to have a glass of water. But I was eating 500 calories a day? As a full-grown woman, that is the last thing you need to do. At the weight I was at for my height, I could have just been cutting 500 calories from what I was doing before and I would have seen results. So to go from such a high to such a low with calorie intake was a huge mistake. It was this yo-yo effect of like being up here, dropping immediately, and then being like, oh, amazing, I'm gonna eat a burger now, and then immediately going up because my body was like, oh, thank you for feeding me. So I really, really, really challenge you to be aware of how restrictive you're being. It's totally okay to set boundaries and limits of what you're eating, especially on a gym journey, but there's a line, and please be aware that you don't cross over it, because for a lot of people it's very hard to get back over the line, and I don't wish that among anyone. You deserve to eat. Everybody deserves to eat, and especially when you're going to the gym, you need to fuel your body more. So everything's a balancing act with going to the gym and being motivated. And whatever energy you're putting in your body, if you are going to the gym, you are also getting rid of energy. So it's this balancing act of being in a deficit if you want to lose weight, or also being in a surplus if you want to gain weight. It's about making sure that you're fueling your body with enough energy to be in a reasonable deficit with the amount that you're giving off. If you're burning 600 calories on the treadmill, you can eat your normal food then, because you're already in that 600 deficit. So it doesn't really matter. So it's just about finding that balance and what works for you without being too restrictive, especially with your diet and the amount of calories you give in. Watch how your body changes with what you give it. See what works. See how many carbs you can eat, because sometimes maybe you do eat a little bit too much carbs and you don't feel good the next day. So you know, okay, maybe I don't need to eat 3 pizzas. Cool. But maybe your body works that way and your metabolism is killing it and you have a fire burning inside you and you need 3 pizzas. Iconic. I'm jealous. So just try and find that balance, and please beware of being too restrictive. Thirdly, celebrate yourself. This is so important. The tiny milestones, the big milestones, every single moment that you see progress, celebrate yourself. If it is that you want a 6-pack and suddenly you got a 4-pack, round of applause for Miss 4-pack. I am so excited for you. It is an amazing feeling to set a goal in step 1 and see it come to fruition. Oh, it's amazing. If that's you dropped a dress size or you need to go buy a new pair of jeans, go buy those nice pair of Levi's. You've been looking at them for years and you fit in them and you feel great, and you should absolutely celebrate those moments. For me, I love a progress photo. I normally take them probably twice a month, especially now that I've changed my gym routine and it's a lot heavier with weights. Because I wanted to see like how the muscle definition changes and to see that progress very visually. I'm a very visual learner, and so like that photo I showed you at the beginning of the video, when I look at her, I always feel good about myself because I can see how much progress I've made, and that makes me always feel good, especially on the bad days when I feel like I haven't done anything and I feel like all my hard work was for nothing, because we all have them. It is what it is. That's not going to change. If you have a perfect life where you feel great about yourself every single day, I am so happy for you. I wish that was me. But for those days, it always really helps me to go back to see where I came from and to actually visually see how my journey has been. It changes my perspective on myself. It gives me more confidence, and it just makes me feel like, yeah, I can celebrate myself and I can celebrate every milestone that I've gone through. And you should do that as well. You should definitely always celebrate yourself. And my 4th and final point is patience. This is always easier said than done, but you're not going to have your dream body overnight. And it's important to just kind of realize that immediately and just understand that you have to be patient with yourself and be patient with your body, because it's so much better for your body to change and adapt over a longer time period, because it's not that yo-yo effect where you drop a lot of weight really quickly, you feel good about yourself, and then it immediately goes back up. Happens often with the keto diet and any kind of flash diet. You see results and then you can't keep them up. So it's not really worth it, in my opinion. I think it's more important to be patient with your body, patient with your mind, and just enjoy the process. And, find a way to enjoy how you feel in the gym. And eventually it'll stop being about a number on the scale or a number on a measuring tape, and more about the feeling of fulfillment after going to the gym. And that's what you should hold on to, and always remember patience is the key. Really, when it comes to anything. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I for sure loved making it. The gym is so important to me. It's one of the core pillars in my life. So I really hope you can take some advice from this. And if you have any questions about my journey and my fitness journey, or what worked for me specifically, just let me know in the comments and I'll be happy to make another video about it. Make sure to like and subscribe, hit that bell, and I will see you next week. Mwah!